How's it going, everyone? It's me, Stateside here, and we're going to take a look at the next 5 players to win the Ballon d'Or. Starting off with the first one on our list, this one should be pretty obvious for everybody. It's going to be Erling Haaland this year. Treble winner, Premier League goal scoring record. I don't care what the World Cup says. I don't care what Messi won. Messi does not deserve it this year. Let's face it. It's got to be Erling Haaland, in my opinion. It's a stupid, stupid number of goals that he scored. Wasn't even a close second. He completely obliterated records this season. This season will go down in history, in Premier League history, in UEFA history, in Champions League history. This season will go down in history for Erling Haaland, and that is why he is my pick for this year's Ballon d'Or. Let's go ahead and let's move on to 2024. Moving on to 2024, we're going to go with another player that plays in the Premier League by the name of Bukayo Saka. I think that Saka is going to win in 2024, not so much because of what he does in the league or because of what he does in the Champions League this year. Obviously, this is going to be a first season in the Champions League. I think he's going to do well. I think Arsenal will do well in all competitions. But I do think that Bukayo Saka will set himself apart from any other player for the Ballon d'Or in the Euros. I think Bukayo Saka is going to win player of the tournament at the Euros, and you're going to have to give him the Ballon d'Or based on that performance alone. Those games are going to decide it for him. I think he's going to have a fantastic season again in the league and in the Champions League as well in his debut Champions League campaign. I think he's going to do fantastic. I think he's going to do well in the cup competitions. I think he's going to do well for Arsenal across the board this season. I think he's going to truly set himself apart from any other player in this list by winning the Euros player of the tournament. Don't know if England are going to win the tournament, but I do think that Bukayo Saka will win player of the tournament and be on his way to a Ballon d'Or. The third player on this list is going to be a player that after a few seasons, by 2025, he's going to be at Real Madrid. That is Kylian Mbappe. Kylian Mbappe finally makes the list. He's going to move to Real Madrid. All the hype's going to be there. He's going to be a player to watch. Everybody's going to be excited. He's going to move summer of 2024, just after the Euros finish. He's going to move to Madrid. He's going to be unbelievable for Real Madrid. He's going to absolutely set the league alight, bring the excitement of Real Madrid back, because despite them winning the Champions League a few years ago, were they exciting to watch? Were people tuning in for El Clasicos? Obviously, some of that has to do with Barcelona's season that season, and then this year it's kind of flip-flopped where Real Madrid haven't been the best, but Barcelona's been much better. Kylian Mbappe is going to be must-watch in the El Clasico, in the Champions League, in that Real Madrid team. He's going to have Tchouaméni. He's going to have Camavinga. He's going to have Vinny Jr. He's going to have Rodrigo. He's going to have Bellingham. He's going to have all kinds of players surrounding him. And that is why Kylian Mbappe is going to win the Ballon d'Or with Real Madrid. The player that I have winning the Ballon d'Or in 2026 is going to be another player in that Real Madrid team. He might move on by 2026. I'm unsure. I think he might stick around for, 3-4 years. So I'm not going to completely, say he won't be at Real Madrid, but it's going to be Jude Bellingham. Jude Bellingham, I think, is a fantastic midfielder. And I could have put him in the 2024 slot as well. But I'm going to say 2026 World Cup year. I think bigger tournament, worst competition in that tournament. They're going to be playing some teams that aren't as good. I do see Jude Bellingham really showing out. I see him showing out in the Champions League. I think Real Madrid are going to win the Champions League by then, just because of the young squad they built. And I think Bellingham is going to be the focal point of that team. And I think that in 2026, Mbappe is going to have to turn it over and hand over the trophy to Jude Bellingham. Obviously, Mbappe, if he does have a unbelievable World Cup once again, I do see him possibly taking that from Bellingham. And the last player on this list, a Brazilian that plays for Real Madrid. I'm going to go with Vinicius Jr. I think Vinicius Jr. will then have his turn with the trophy as well. I think Real Madrid's young talent just kind of takes the cake. I think that Real Madrid are going to have so many talented players over the next 5 years, and it's going to be really enjoyable to watch. I think that they're going to be very, very good, and I've got Vinny Jr. winning a Ballon d'Or as well. I did want to pick 5 different players. I probably could have gone Mbappe 3 in a row, or I could have gone Bellingham back-to-back. I could have picked Bellingham separating 2 Mbappe Ballon d'Ors, but those are the 5 players that I think will win the Ballon d'Or over the next 5 years. Let me know what you guys think. If there's any young guys that you think could potentially win a Ballon d'Or, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like down below. Obviously, these are just my predictions, kind of like oh, these are the best 5 players over the next 5 years, or so the best player over the next 5 years, or the 5 players of the future, whatever you want to call this. I think they're all going to win the Ballon d'Or over the next few years. Obviously, they're all very young players, so there's really none of them in their prime years, except Vinny Jr. will be in his prime years when he wins his. But leave a like down below, comment down below as well what you would like to see in the future, and hit that subscribe button so you never miss another video.